Hello, and welcome to another episode of Good Time Gal. I'm your host, Caitlin Peluffo. Thank you so much for listening. This time on the podcast, we got a get, baby. We got a big time get. We got Matteo Lane. Holy hell. If you don't know him, which is surprising, but he's a fantastic comedian, very funny. We sang a lot in this episode. It was a blast. I learned a lot about gay culture, and I don't know. We just laughed and laughed and laughed. It was so fun. So follow him at Matteo Lane. Follow me at Caitlin Peluffo. Follow the pod at Good Time Gal Pod. And rate, review, subscribe on iTunes. That would be great. That helps other people find the podcast. And come see me on tour. I'm going to be opening for Matteo a bunch. So if you're in Indianapolis, New Orleans, London, and Philly, I believe there's still tickets left. So go to MatteoLane.com to check those out. Right, yeah. Matteo? Yeah.
Sons of bitches.
Yeah, but a lot of them are already sold out. So what are you going to do? And then go to CaitlinPeluffo.com because I have a bunch of headlining dates. And come see me live. Matteo, any last words?
No.
Okay. Watch it, enjoy it, listen, and sing along. Bye. Welcome to the podcast, Matteo Lane.
Thank you. What a intro.
Yeah, that's all, how we intro. We just start talking, usually making fun of Fonzie. He's from Philly.
Oh, we're going to Philly soon. That
Yeah.
makes sense. He's Italian and Irish.
Yeah. Just a
you
drunken
just are
debacle.
Philly. Yeah.
Well, thanks for doing this podcast, Matteo. This is very nice.
Thanks.
For the people at home, we switched spaces because Matteo likes this side of his face better.
I
So
do.
It's beautiful. You have a very nice both side of your face.
No, when I realized when I was doing guy code or girl code,
Mm-hmm.
they would have a sit and angle. Every time I would angle on this side, I was like, why do I look so dumpy?
No.
And then the next side, I'm like, I look much more awake. I'm like, oh, it's the right side. So it's like where I part my hair. Like I have a
Yeah.
little bit of Mariah Carey or Ariana Grande syndrome where I think I have a better side and most people don't care and it's probably humiliating to admit out loud. But,
No, I
you
think,
know.
well, you've been also on camera a lot, so you probably have more experience.
Yeah, I mean, you learn.
Yeah.
You learn your angles.
This is why you're famous.
I'm definitely not famous. I assure you, I'm wearing an American Apparel shirt.
It looks
And I'm
good.
sweating.
I mean, it's clinging to your body. You very
Thank you.
svelte man.
I know I shouldn't be wearing such like small shirts anymore. Like I'm trying to wear like bigger clothing, but every once in a while I'm like, you got to show off the goods.
You show off the goods all the time.
Maybe.
Well, yeah. Sometimes you wear a baggy shirt and I'm like, Matteo, what are we doing here? And you're
Trying
like,
to be a kid from the 90s, trying to be a Burger King Kids Club member.
and nailing it, I would say.
I know. Is there a way you can hear my voice just a little more? I feel like
Yeah.
I'm screaming into the abyss.
Yeah.
But I'm
What
just
about-
like, okay, that's
Oh.
way better. Thank
Yeah,
you.
this feels good.
Yeah.
Oh my
Ronan is just so loud that he
I
doesn't
mean-
even need.
We could hear him outside. We're literally having a full-on conversation, and we're like, "What are they talking about?"
Dan goes, well, we just solved all the problems. I
Yeah.
said, oh, okay, great. That's awesome. I'm going to get rid of this, can I?
Jesus Christ.
There's a lot going on today.
It's good. No, it's good. Yes, just tear apart the set. That's
There we
nice.
go.
Thank you.
That's better. I'm like, am I like a geriatric? I can't like.
Let me see.
Oh, wait.
There we go. Okay.
Hey.
Now we got.
Also, do you know why? It's cooler.
What's?
This
Cool.
the temperature.
Oh,
is
yeah.
cooler.
It's a little warm in here too.
It's a little warm, but
Tell me, what else is wrong with my studio, Matteo? Jesus Christ.
I like that you have weights on the table.
Yeah. Well, people bang on it, and then it won't repercussion.
Oh, really? Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This is also Colm Terrell's podcast studio.
Work.
Yeah. You know Colm, right?
Yeah.
You sweet Irish boy.
He always very bit Irish. I can't do Irish accents.
That was pretty good.
No, I can do British. I can do like I've learned Australian because my trainer's Australian.
Okay.
So
Let's hear Australian.
Oh, so today I'm gonna do back. Nar. Nar. He's always like nar. I'm gonna have a chin wag with my mate the other day, and I'm like, wait, a what? A chin wag? You don't say that here. I'm like, no, damn it, we don't say chin wag.
What is
my
a chin
God,
wag?
Like a gossip. I mean, it's gossip. Like,
Oh. That's gossip.
Mhm.
That's more creative than just gossip. You
I
know?
guess so, yeah. A
Little
chin wag. Everything's sort of a question when you're talking to an Australian.
It's so funny when you listen to British people and then you listen to Australians. You're like, it's like a hard, like, ugh, you know. Australians are rough.
Well, also, it's also British like this. It's not like all the British talk with the Queen's accent. There's a lot of that, no.
Yeah, some of it can be rough.
Right. So, and like Nicole Kidman, I would say has like a very soft Australian
Yeah.
accent.
Yeah.
You know, even like Hugh Jackman has like a softer Australian accent.
Yeah.
I have like a thick Chicago accent.
Not really that thick. I mean, no, it's not that thick.
How do you say the word D-O-L-L?
Doll.
Dal. So
It's cute.
It's yeah. I didn't. My accent's sort of muffled a little bit from
Yeah.
living in New York, and like
Mhm.
not so much the accent, but like picking up like New York phrases and stuff. Like I think it just becomes more evident when you go back home,
Mhm.
because like Chicagoans have very specific way of saying things.
Yeah.
And then so you come back to New York and Chicago, and you're just listening to the differences in how people talk, and you're like, oh my god, like
Yeah.
like you guys sound crazy.
I always feel like I should have been born in the South, because every time I go on tour with Fortune or with anyone Southern, or if I'm in the South, I immediately, within 2 days, I'm just like, okay, y'all, what are we doing? You know, like I pick it up so easy, like it infiltrates my mind so easily.
I've been saying y'all, but not because it's like a Southern thing, but a lot of my friends say y'all.
Yeah.
So then I just started saying y'all, and it does kind of become easier. Like
It's
I
fun.
switch between you guys and y'all depending on like I
Yeah.
don't know where I am.
When I was in like 5th grade, I decided I was going to be unique. And so
Okay.
I picked up different things, like how to say things and how to write. So y'all
I was
one of the
actively
things.
avoiding my uniqueness in the 5th grade so that I wasn't made fun of, but go
No.
off.
I was like, literally, I'm too basic. I got to spice this up. So I made my 7s with the cross in the middle, and I still do that to this day.
Oh, I like this. I do 7s with the cross in the middle.
That was
Yeah.
a firm decision when I was in 5th grade. And then I also made the decision to say y'all. And then something else. I forget what it is, but I'll do it, and I'll be like, that's fake. It's just a
then
fake
it's-
thing that I picked up.
Then it sticks with you, and then it's just
Yeah.
like who you are.
Yeah.
I totally get that.
Yeah. I would like, oh, yeah, because everybody thinks I'm from the Midwest. I would just like say things.
You do well. It's hard. You do sound more Midwest. Like you
Mhm.
You seem to me like I couldn't place. Like, are you Ohio, Indiana, where?
California.
You know, California.
just-
You don't strike me as California, but you're
No.
San Francisco,
Mm-hmm.
which has a more. It doesn't have the California vibe ish.
Yeah. It's
It
a
doesn't
little
have
bit.
like the oh my god, dude, like Los Angeles kind of like
Yeah.
everyone's talk so slow and.
I do
nothing.
say like hella, hecka and hella. Hecka if you're in front of your grandmother, and hella in front of.
What the hell is hecka?
You don't know what hecka is? Like what the heck?
Did
So
you
when
say hecka?
Yeah, hecka. That's hecka cool. And then that's hella cool. Yeah, hella and hecka is a very much California
Really?
North Bay thing to say.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've heard hella like hella. I've heard hella,
Yeah.
but hecka.
Yeah, that's all
Do you say
from
kitty or catty corner?
kitty corner.
Okay, kitty corner too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's how our friendship began.
That's where it began. I don't remember where we first met.
We met in Grand Rapids.
I do remember where we first met.
Well, I
Those
mean-
shows were awful because I have you in my phone as Caitlin Grand Rapids.
It's funny because I met you before because I hosted a lot in the city, but I was too intimidated to talk to you. And then we were both at that hell gig.
Hell.
I mean, just no food, no
No
nothing.
respect. The waiters walked by and spit on us every show. They were drunk. I felt like a babysitter, like a
yeah.
glorified babysitter.
We like trauma bonded.
Kind of. You, me, Langston,
Mm-hmm. Marcella.
Marcella. We're all pretty strong personalities.
Kate Willett. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it was literally, there was like 2 different fights broke out
Mm-hmm.
in shows. And like,
And we were,
those usually happen like once every 4 months, like a fight will break out.
not this night, not
No.
in Grand Rapids.
Oh my
We were saved
God.
by that coffee shop,
Oh, that was a madcap.
Madcap, and I liked that
Mhm.
coffee shop. And then when I went to go open for Aziz,
Mm-hmm.
we were back there, and I went back to that coffee shop.
Yeah, it's very good.
Is this boring for everybody
I
at
know.
home?
I'm
Am I
so
boring
sorry.
the shit?
No,
out of
you're
it?
not doing
No,
anything.
you're not.
wrong.
I'm boring.
No, you're not boring.
I'm
You've
like
done 3 different accents in a matter of 5 minutes. Okay, you're bringing the heat, Matteo.
yeah, no.
Do the Nicole Kidman movie.
Even heartbreak feels good in a place like this.
It's literally the dumbest commercial I've ever seen.
Gays, when I saw, so if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's the AMC movie commercial with Nicole Kidman. She's in that silver suit and sits in a theater by herself in front of the projector and watches what seems like every movie known to man with no popcorn, no bathroom break. And she has this speech where she's like, movies. Actually, let me look it up right now. I can read it to you. Because Nicole...
Oh, here we go. We got it up
Kidman.
here.
Here we go. AMC. Yep.
Oh
There we
my
go.
God. What is that?
I fucking hate what, you know.
Yeah. That's me with all my computer technology issues.
But there's SNL transcripts. Oh, whatever. We can look at. We come to this place for magic. We come to AMC theaters to laugh, to cry, to care, because we all need that. All of us. That indescribable feeling we get when we see the lights begin to dim. Oh, I can't describe it. And we go to places we've never been before. Not just entertained, but somehow reborn. This is so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Dazzling images on a huge silver screen. Somehow heartbreak feels good in a place like this. With sound that I can feel. Our heroes feel like the best part of us. Our stories feel perfect. It's powerful. Because we are here. AMC. We make movies better. So gays have become obsessed with this, and it's now like like drag queens are performing it.
Really?
Like, oh my God. It's so camp. It's so perfect for gays. So when I went to see Wanda, Doctor Strange 2, which is already like so gay because it's like Wanda and we're like obsessed. It was all gays in the theater, and then when the commercial came on, the entire theater erupted in applause. And then when it finished, we gave it a standing ovation. And the straight people were so confused.
I mean, gay culture, they really take something and run with it. Like that.
Like Cher.
Oh, Cher.
She's still here.
She's killing it. I think she's dating.
I'm dating a 30-year-old babe because I'm just tired of. Oh, Sonny, you son of a bitch! You left us. Oh.
What was that woman who did that?
Excuse me.
She was rapping. The rapping woman.
Angela Bassett did the thing. Yeah, that took over the gay world for a solid 3 days.
I mean, she just responded to it. She was like, I guess the gays really like something that I did.
Yeah, we do. Like, it was so unbelievably camp, and like it was all the perfect elements for gay people to love. You know, she thought it was going well. It was really cheesy. She put all of her energy into it. It was very offbeat, but she looked amazing. Like, there's a lot of female actresses and dresses involved. Like, Angela Bassett did the thing. It just was so perfect. Like, gay Instagram and TikTok just took over so quickly.
It's funny because I had not heard about it until we went on tour. And you showed me, and I was like, this is so bad. And you're like, I love it. And I'm like, what?
One of the few people that I can talk to who understands everything from the gay world is Nicole Byer. She seems to be real in tune with what's going on in the gay world. So her and I were sending each other all the memes from all these gay I'm like, I can't believe you follow this profile too, Nicole. She's like, what?
And also, it's just like, it's in Britain. So it's like, how would we even know about it? The gays
Why
find a
wouldn't
way.
she just sing?
Why would she do that at all?
I think she thought that she was going to come out and have her Beyonce moment and it was going to be really cool. And it was absolutely the opposite.
I loved all the videos leading up to it where she was practicing, too. That was cringy.
Oh, she thought she was going to kill. And then, because there's another one, too. Could you go to YouTube? Can we hear sound on this or no? Can you go to YouTube and type in June is busting out all over? Busting. June is busting out all over.
Oh my God! What is
go
this?
to YouTube. No. Yeah.
Oh my God.
June is not in.
What are you doing, Fonzie?
Okay,
Don't fuck this up.
So scroll down to the third one. This woman, Leslie Uggins, very famous Broadway actor.
Yeah.
Was asked to, I guess it's the 4th of July, was asked to sing for this thing, and just watch what happens.
Play must have
No, you gotta start from here.
It has to be good. But in Oscar's
It has
case,
to
as
be
these
good.
songs will attest, it was better than good. It was extraordinary.
This is another gay moment.
Who's that?
June is busting out all over the meadow and the hill. The busting out of bushes and the romping river riches, all the little wheels that wheel beside a mill. June is busting out all
Who is that?
Listen to the lyrics.
And they'd hucking up a jeepers out of all the morning glory on the fair, because it's June, 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 because it's June.
So she said it's June, June, Joan. So she didn't know a single lyric and just was doing some weird, like, June is busting out all over, and the wheels and the bees and the busting and the... So, and then she did an interview because gays would watch us at gay bars weekly for years. It just was like a thing. Like, we cannot get over her. She just like fucked it up. But we love it. It's not us making fun of her. We are loving it,
Yeah.
right? So it's such a fine line. Anyhow, she did an interview where she was like, I really thought when I did it, like, no one noticed. No one said anything. Like, okay, I got away with it. And then my gay friend was like, no. We've been talking about this for a really long time.
What was the song supposed to be?
It's a song called June is Busting Out All Over. I think it's from some Broadway play. But it has lyrics. She didn't sing the lyrics. She sang gibberish she sounded like she was possessed. So that's another thing that gays like,
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, you love a mess of a white woman. I feel like it's. I mean, I should strive.
Unless look, she's not even
sloppy.
white. She's black. We just love
a very
a
grainy
mess.
video.
we love a unexpected mess that is still good.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain.
Yeah, I mean, I just like. I think I need to follow some accounts.
I have a list.
Okay, Matteo. So you live. Okay, we have to do the actual podcast now.
That's fine. Okay, I'm sorry.
No.
It's so fun. And we and Caitlin are together all the time.
Yeah.
We are really together all
I mean,
the time. I'm
it's-
sure I'm surprised you're not sick of me.
Are you kidding me?
Am I easy to deal with on the road?
You're extremely easy.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm #blessed.
Okay. I'm always very neurotic about...
Between you and Fortune, it's literally like.
Well, Fortune is the best because I was opening for Fortune for like a year and I can't, like, she's like the easiest.
Yeah.
Like, there's no, it's all, there's
You're
no
in that
ego.
category.
There's a,
Yeah.
unless I'm yelling at a stage manager.
Well, you're not, and I've never heard you yell.
I don't yell.
You don't
but
yell.
I have gone.
That is different. You tell people what you want, and since you're paying to be, you sold out the fucking place. You should be able to have what you want.
Sure.
And you're not asking for the moon. You're asking for a song.
Right.
Let's all be clear here.
June
You're
is
not like.
busting out all over.
Can that be my next walkout?
June, Joan.
Anyway, you're from Chicago.
I am. I'm from Arlington Heights, a suburb of Chicago in Cook County, right by O'Hare Airport.
Okay, we're getting specific.
Very specific.
Very nice. And you're one of three.
One of three. I feel like I'm one of 500, but I'm
Yeah.
technically one of three.
Yeah. And you were. This is always what surprises me, that you were not cool in high school.
Not at all. You know, I won Homecoming King, and I won because I was in the choir. I was nominated by all the people in the choir. And then it was me versus all the football kids.
Yeah.
And because they had to split the votes between all their friends,
Mhm.
I had all the choir. So I won. It was me and my friend Tatiana. Tatiana was also, she had all the Latin votes.
Yeah.
Because she was the only Latin girl on there. Everybody else is this white girl.
Yeah.
And then it was like, so they were splitting up the votes between the and all the Latinos were like, Tatiana. And all the choir kids were like, Matteo. So me and Tatiana are still this day, 'cause we went to like elementary school with each other. We still
Aw,
talk.
That's so sweet.
Mhm. We still laugh like we were the king and queen. I always joke that there were two queens that year.
Yeah. But Homecoming, that's pretty. You were popular amongst the nerds.
I was popular amongst people that enjoyed singing.
Mm-hmm. You have a very good voice.
Thank you.
Yeah. On the road, I just listened to him in the bathroom. And then we like to sing
Snow, it won't be long.
I can't believe that's on the
before we'll all be
internet.
there with snow.
Snow.
Oh my God, it's so good. That was really good. Keep going.
No, I can't.
Caitlin, that was really good.
Stop it right now.
You were perfect Rosemary Clooney.
I
You
can
even did
do
like the
Rosemary
slide
Clooney.
up
Yeah,
and you had the vibrato. It was great.
All of those words mean nothing to me.
Snow, I long to clear a path and lift a spade of snow.
Snow. I don't remember the words. I hate doing this right now.
I'll soon be there with snow. I'll wash my hands with snow. And with a spade of snow, I'll build a man that's made of snow. Danny Kaye said that. I'd love to stay up with you, but I recommend a little shot. I go to sleep
So
and dream of snow.
Snow.
No.
Snow.
No. Caitlin and I sing
Yeah.
that all the time.
In the car, we would listen. It would be like July, and we're listening to fucking Christmas music.
Oh my God. Yeah. Driving in the car is great with Caitlin because I get to listen to all of my favorite music. Disney, Christmas, Spice Girls,
Love
Mariah.
it.
Kelly
I love
Clarkson's
it. Yes!
Christmas CD.
Which is so good. I mean,
Wrapped in red. It's underrated.
it is underrated. It's so good. It's fantastic. And then Mariah Carey, you introduced me to the whole, all of it.
Yes. Because there's a second Mariah Carey Christmas album, Mariah Carey Merry Christmas 2 with the number 2 U. And
Yeah.
she does a lot of good songs.
When
on
did you get into Mariah Carey?
I was
Because you're pretty obsessed.
I was in high school actually.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I've known about Mariah Carey. She's one of the most famous people on earth.
Mhm.
But I wasn't like, I don't know. I just didn't connect with it until I started singing.
Yeah.
So I started singing when I was a freshman or a sophomore in high school, and
Mhm.
when you start singing, me because I'm like crazy. I start to look at who are the greatest singers and how do
Mhm.
I learn from them. So it was like Streisand, Frank Sinatra, Stevie Wonder, and then I was like, okay, everyone knows Mariah Carey is like one of the best
Mhm.
singers, but I was really fascinated by her because it now it seems so normal to me, but at the time I was really blown away by the fact that she had like almost like she had no limits to her
Yeah.
vocal range.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, how do you adapt that to singing? So like listening to Mariah, and then I started listening to Charm Bracelet was the first album I listened to because it was her sort of comeback album after Glitter,
Mm-hmm.
and then she did Emancipation of Mimi. So I kind of got on the Mariah bandwagon when she was in a low point
Mm-hmm.
because it wasn't a huge album,
Yeah.
but she had a great tour, got her voice in great shape. And then when Emancipation of Mimi came out, it was so vindicating. Like it was,
Yeah.
I felt like it was amazing. I was like, oh my God, the whole world loves Mariah now.
Yeah.
So I got to celebrate my love of Mariah with everybody. But yeah, and I've stuck with her ever since through thick and thin.
I mean, the Christmas special, she was 2 hours late.
Mm-hmm.
And
Madison Square Garden, she was 2 hours late. A gay yelled in the audience, "Your hair looks fine."
it's kind of, I didn't realize that she did that show every year.
It's the same show every year. She changes the outfits and the hair.
Yeah.
And maybe some lighting, but it's been the same show ever. I was lucky enough to see the first version of that at the
Mhm.
Beacon Theater 10 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and it was the best ever. Someone recorded it, and I still watch to this day. She was so. I felt like I was really seeing her at her best.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what I did the other day? This has nothing to do with Mariah Carey, but I
bet you I'll find a way that it does have to do
Okay.
with Mariah Carey.
Well, we were watching the Super Bowl, and they said they introduced who was it? Who sang the national anthem? Chris Stapleton. And I was like, Chris Stapleton. And so while he was playing, we played the Whitney Houston one.
They really should. I truly believe this, and I've heard many people say this, and I think it's true. It's enough with the national anthem.
Mm-hmm.
Just like when we were in 7th grade, when they roll in that TV,
Yeah.
just roll out a TV,
Yeah.
get Whitney Houston's video,
Mhm.
press play, let's watch it. No one's is going to be better.
Wow.
No one's going to top it.
No.
Whitney Houston's was the best. So
It
everyone
was so-
stop it.
We all teared up. We just, oh God. It made a patriot out of me.
Mariah's is up there. Mariah's is in the top 5. I'd say if you go to Mariah Carey National Anthem, Mariah's is in the top. I would say Jennifer Hudson, Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, Cher, but that's for a different reason.
Why?
Because it's so Cher. And the rockets wreck low. The bombs bursting in hell. Gay proof through the night. Oh, Sonny, you son of a bitch. All right, let's watch Mariah. We just need to fast forward like halfway through.
Halfway through. Okay. Who?
And the biggest selling female recording artist in
Keep going. All right, her high note in this.
Yeah.
I hate that hair.
I mean, it's very Jessica Simpson.
She had a phase where she wanted the really flat, straight blonde
Yeah.
hair. And I never liked it.
I mean,
But
very Playboy Bunny. This is probably when like Playboy
this
Bunny.
is after Glitter. This is after 9/11. So there was a lot at stake here.
Ah.
I guess she was contractually obligated to do it, but she was not a good time for her. All right, ready?
Jesus Christ!
Come on.
Wow.
That's why she started so low so she could go that high. And she looks great.
She does look great. Minus the hair. The
Well,
hair
the
is too
hair's-
much. I mean, it's not enough, you know. But I used to do that too. I used to flatten out my hair. Look at her.
You better work,
Great
Mariah.
job. I felt like I should have stood. Oh God! And they're standing on top of the fucking rubble from 9/11. That
I mean,
is
that was I mean, they're trying to
depressing.
recreate- that's-
Okay.
you know,
yeah, let's
just-
wheel that into the Super Bowl. That's too much. Oh God. Yeah, that was
We're never
very
gonna
good.
get to the main topic of this because I'm gonna keep
No.
talking about Mariah, Cher,
I mean,
Liza.
oh, did Liza ever sing the national anthem?
No, but I sang "God Bless America." Okay, type in Liza Minnelli, "God Bless America." This is a recent discovery because Liza, it's so Liza Minnelli. This whole performance. First of all, when she starts singing, she's wearing like all black with a headband. And she's got Billy Stritch on piano behind her, right?
Yeah.
And she's God bless America.
Oh,
I mean,
she here to play tennis?
she looks like my nana's about to go sweeping up dust. Like, what is she wearing? Anyway, but it's so Liza Minnelli. We got no. You got to go right to when she starts. Here we go. She's wearing a headband. She looks like she's practicing like karate.
She's the new karate
And
kid.
she's at, what is this thing called? The tennis?
U.S. Open?
Yeah, she's at the U.S. Open. She's on this shit red carpet. That's her band. Two old gays. One on a piano. Look at her. She thinks she's leading soldiers into war. You gotta watch this video. But the thing is, like, she still has it. You know what I mean? Even though she sounds like beef jerky. You watch her and there's still that thing. This is gay right here. It's a bad, awkward performance that's like, wow, she's really talented. Does that make sense? I'm trying to get you to understand,
I
Caitlin.
mean, I see what you mean. It's
She's
like
holding her hands
we,
like this.
we appreciate the talent, but the execution.
So this is my
It's
favorite
ridiculous.
part. We're at the bridge of the song, right?
Okay.
The military has just come out. They're pulling out the American flag. She thinks she's literally going into the Revolutionary War. So as they're bringing this, he is banging those pianos. Look at it, hold on. So they're bringing out the military, right?
Okay.
And she brings out a jazzy rendition. Listen. It's like, I mean, how inappropriate to shine her
Oh no, they're unveiling
And
the
to
flag.
a shit. The lights. Ah! Here we go. Ready? So because there's a key change. When she says God, she's literally giving everything she's got. Bless! She said one more time. When she says bless, you literally think she's gonna pass out. Oh, Liza. Bless! It's so. Oh!
Get it in the mic stand, girl. Come on.
And she should have gone home. She jumps the octave. Oh. This is so inappropriate. And she is out there like a wicked witch, like all in black, blowing in the wind. God bless. And she's looking up like she is just like she's gonna change the world, but that's how she performs every time.
Yeah.
That like everything's at stake.
110%.
This is the last she's ever gonna do it. God bless. I just love that they roll out the military and in the middle she's like, it's like it's so inappropriate. It's so wildly inappropriate. Stand beside her. Okay, now we gotta watch Cher.
Okay,
we gotta
yeah,
watch
let me
Cher's
see this
national
Cher
anthem.
thing because I mean I almost peed when you sang
say.
And also, every time I see Liza Minnelli, it just reminds me how good your impression is.
I could close my eyes and be Liza Minnelli for the rest of my life. You asked me today. First of all, Cher's already licking her lip. Look at her wig. I mean, by the way, Cher, love.
Yes.
Can't get enough of Cher. Funny, good sense of humor, talented, works her ass off. All right, we gotta watch it.
If I could turn back time.
Oh, I just woke up for this.
Can you see by the dawn's early lights?
The rhythm is faster because she... Just wait till she starts belting. She's moving her hair.
Oh, the Broncos. He used to be a
looks
fox.
awful.
No? I think he's
Look at this
kind of
hair.
Oh, this is Frosted Tips era. Oh no.
All right, Cher, bring us home. She's wearing high-waisted pants. Gave. She does that with her high notes. Gave. By the way, I'm in her range. Was still there. There. Say does that. And I am away. The land of the free. Oh. Cher.
She really is wearing jeans.
The last note's great, you know?
Yeah.
No! Just sort of trails off. How did we get here?
I don't know, but I'm not mad at it. I mean, Liza Minnelli.
Oh, God! Bless!
And then she's with the mic stand just.
She grabs it off.
Get it in.
America! Oh, God, Liza.
Oh, it's beautiful though.
Oh, it's wonderful.
It's wonderful.
And I was so honored
I mean,
to sing at a tennis court.
do you think she knows that the gays love her so much?
Duh.
But
Does she
for
not
that
look into her audience?
But like for that reason. Or she's probably like, I am great.
She must be aware because she knows there's drag queens that do her.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
she did an interview once. She was like,
And I see drag queens, and I don't do that. And my friend says, yes, you do.
so it's like, oh, maybe she must be like somewhat aware.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, yeah. Oh, God. Okay, so you go to high school, you win Homecoming King.
From the mountains to the prairie to the oceans wide with fog. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
She's in a... I could do it all day. Yeah, I went to high school. I was gay. It was sad. I came out in college. Gives a shit. Who gives a goddamn shit? I'm Mexican. I'm Italian. My dad's Irish. My brother's gay. I drew. I sang opera. What do you want? I'm here.
So you don't drink.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
I'm in AA.
No you're not.
No, Liza is.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, she said, I'm an Alcoholics Anonymous. And they say you're not supposed to say it, but I've never been anonymous.
She said, they go, what's your favorite sound? New York traffic. They go, what's your least favorite sound? She literally said, ambulance. Or a siren when someone's hurt. I'm like, that's all New York traffic is.
That's why there's New York traffic.
Literally like, woo! What a fucking psycho. But the day she goes, which I don't think is ever going to happen, I won't be able to get out of bed.
Yeah.
I'll be devastated.
Yeah.
That one will hurt more than
How
all
old
of
is
them.
she?
Early hundreds.
And she's only like 71, I think, or 72.
Yeah, she's got time.
Oh, God bless America. 76. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Well, my grandma's 96.
Hey,
She'll get up there.
My Nona's 86.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah.
Look at us. We got longevity in our veins, huh?
Yeah, Italians don't go.
No, they don't die.
They just stay. They're literally a blue zone. It's like they live longer than anyone else.
When did you start drinking? We have to do it.
I started drinking. The first time I had a drink was in 8th grade. I was friends with these triplets, but just the brothers. The sister never hung out with us, but AJ and Tony, and they were great. And Aaron and Jeremy, and all these guys that I used to hang out with. Anyways, we would ride our bikes everywhere and steal cigarettes, and they stole Crown Royal.
Oh,
which
yeah.
I don't even know what that. It's still today.
It's like what, bourbon? Whiskey?
It's bad though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was my first drink, was a sip of Crown Royal, and I thought, well, this is horrible. I mean, I remember my dad makes wine, so when I was a kid, we'd have wine with dinner, but like a tiny glass. But wine's also like sweet. Then in high school, my friend Tristan Diaz, his parents were kind of older, so me and my friends would go to his parents' house and then get all of the hard liquor and mix it in one water bottle together. And then my friend Pat would drive around in his mom's minivan, and we would just drink out of the bottle.
Drinking and driving. Mateo.
A mix of vodka, gin.
Oh, my God.
Crown Royal, whiskey.
All in one?
All in one.
Oh, my God.
Because we didn't want one to look less than the other, so we had to pour a bunch of it into one.
Just roofing yourself.
I know, and his parents, because his parents were, they were older. They had kids, and then they had Tristan pretty late. So it was a little free-for-all.
Yeah.
We would steal his parents' car all the time and drive around and stuff. Like, it just, yeah.
What's Tristan doing now?
He's married to my friend Rachel. They got kids. They live in Chicago. They're like a super happy, great family.
I was half afraid you were going to be like prison.
No. Prison. Tristan turned out great. All my friends pretty much turned out great. I mean, in high school, but yeah, it was a lot of like, how do we smoke? I loved smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
Actually, smoking cigarettes is my favorite thing to do.
Yeah, I was gonna say you still like it, but you don't do it.
I don't do it. I had one with Yam the other day, but like every blue moon I have one, like a cigar or something.
A cigar.
But I don't like cigars. My dad likes cigars. I hate them. They smell horrible. But that would be my biggest vice, I think, because drinking. I drank in my early 20s as like an obligatory. I'm out. I'm 21. I'm discovering. There's a lot of discovery happening in your early 20s.
Yeah.
So it was like a way to socialize and sort of figure out. But once I started comedy, maybe the first year into comedy, I would still drink, because Chicago is a very drink. I lived in the city of Chicago starting at 18, so it's a very drinking city. New York's not a drinking city the same way Chicago is. It's a little less crazy.
It's assumed in Chicago that you're gonna drink, whereas in New York,
everywhere in New York, it's like I've got meetings.
Yeah.
So. But when I first started comedy, we're all at the Creek and the Cave. We're all at Pine Box. We're all I'm trying to think of my open mic days. And we would, I would drink. You would have a drink at a lot of the Creek and the Cave. Like on a Friday night, you get drunk with friends and stuff like that. And
what kind of drunk are you?
I literally I sing a lot and I want to eat pasta. I don't fight. I don't cry. I just sing a lot.
Mateo's been drunk for the last 30 minutes.
Stand beside her.
Oh, God bless America.
I'm gonna think about that when I'm
She's
sad.
drank and smoked,
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of stopped after the first year of living in New York, and you can't. I was doing once you work nightlife, it becomes, for me, it becomes much harder to focus and drink, and so it sort of like left my life. I mean, I drink maybe every blue moon. I'll have wine in Italy.
Yeah.
I had some drinks this weekend because I went out and danced with this Brazilian, which, also.
How was that?
It always leads to nothing. You know what I mean?
What
I
do you
really
mean?
like someone. They're really hot. We go on a date, and then they never call.
Oh.
And I brought him to the Beacon. I was like, he'll be impressed by this. And I don't think he was impressed. But he's very sweet. He just probably doesn't like me.
Want me to kill him? I'll
No.
fucking kill him.
He's very cute.
He should exist.
but I don't really. I'm not really a big drinker.
Yeah.
Really. If anything, and I don't like smoking weed at all.
No.
I've done no drugs besides Molly once.
What'd you do when you were on Molly?
I went dancing with some friends on New Year's, and I've never had a more fun time in my life.
Yeah.
But I have no inkling to do it again.
Yeah.
So I'm not interested in doing like K or G or shrooms or I don't know. I would rather sit down with coffee and talk about Liza Minnelli with friends at a diner. I'm big on food. I really like hanging out with food and hanging out. Everyone's eating and we're eating, or I'm cooking, or it's like. But that's just how I grew up. Everything was about being with all my cousins and aunts and uncles and food and eating. So I find I'm most comfortable in a situation where there's food and hanging.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds lovely.
It's less pressure. You're sitting and enjoying things and talking about your meal and laughing, and that's where you laugh the hardest. That's where you talk the most. I like sitting and talking. I'm not a big dancer, party, go out, this and that. Not really.
Well, in your early 20s, you were still in Chicago, right?
Yes, I was in Chicago till I was 25, and then I moved to New York City. I still can't believe what I did.
What'd you do?
I was living in Chicago my whole life, and then I got an offer. I was drawing. I was illustrating for TV commercials.
Yeah.
And my friend Aaron was starting a startup company. He's like, "Can you move to New York? I'll move you out here in 30 days." And in 30 days, I moved to New York. I found a shitty tenement apartment in the Village, and just started doing stand-up the day I got there. I mean, I knew no one.
Yeah.
And I didn't have my family, and I had no money, and I was living in a bathtub.
Yeah.
Literally, I lived in a bathtub. So I'm like, I don't even know how I did it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I look back and I'm like, I cannot believe I couldn't do it today.
I know. When I first moved to New York, I literally had 2 suitcases. And my mom's friend picked me up and just dropped me at like a hostel in Bed-Stuy. And I was like, yeah, this is where I live. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll find an apartment. And I was like, now as like a 36-year-old woman looking back at 22-year-old Caitlin, I was like, what the fuck were you doing?
It's because
Have
you're
a place to live.
Because you're a stand-up. That drive, people really, it's like a calling.
Yeah.
Like all I wanted to do was stand up. So I never really had the gay experience, and sometimes I feel envious because I never did the circuit parties, the Fire Island, the going out, I just am only friends with comedians and hang out with comedians and do comedy shows. So like parts of my I've done gay nightlife stuff, but it's always involved in a friend performing. Like if Bob was performing at Barracuda or Monet was performing at Industry, like I would go see friends perform drag shows, or they were doing The Help, which was a show at Therapy for a long time, which is a bar. But I don't really have the experience anymore of like going out and doing like gay stuff.
Yeah.
So I have to like figure out how. I don't know. I'm like kind of awkward in those scenarios.
Well, it's also now I feel like because we were in P-Town and we went to go do a gay thing. We went to a gay drag show, and there was a guy impersonating you on stage. So you literally walk in and you're like, okay, I'm gonna have a nice time, and then there's someone being like, I'm Matteo Lane, and you're like, fuck. I can't do that. Now I gotta go.
Yeah.
But what did he say? He was like,
he was a comedian. I remember him saying he was the low rent Matteo Lane. That was his opening joke because he also had a mustache.
yeah.
But he was doing comedy. But it's hard to do stand-up comedy on a show run by 3 drunk drag queens.
Yeah.
Where people are coming in, and that's when I explained camp to you, and that person went up and they were doing terrible, but the audience was like, but they don't know they're doing terrible.
Yeah.
So now we like it. And so no matter what they did, we supported it. I was like, this is gays.
It's about commitment.
Mm-hmm.
That person was committed, and it was something.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's very vulnerable. You guys like vulnerability.
Yes.
Am I saying that right? Give it 110%, and whatever happens, happens.
God bless. Sounds like a steam is being let out.
Yeah. I just remember that time because we walk in and literally the guy's like, I'm a low rent Matteo Lane, and everybody literally within like earshot just perked up and then looked back at you, and I was like, he must be so uncomfortable.
I was like, go ahead. And what does a low rent Matteo Lane do? Eat at the Olive Garden? Like, I was very flattered.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he did. Did he? Was it? He had one joke that was good.
Yeah, I think in the right scenario, it would have been nice to watch him do stand up, but
Yeah.
it's just like it's so hostile.
Yeah.
Stand up requires such specific
Yeah.
elemental,
Yeah.
environmental settings
Mhm.
that you can't do it there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so no drinking, not really drugs, which is good. That's
Mhm.
great.
I love cigarettes,
Love cigarettes,
but I don't do them.
No. Have you ever embarrassed yourself?
In what sense?
Like, have you ever been like? I guess it's more like embarrassing party stories.
Well, in college, my friend Carrie and Kelly were at the University of Illinois, I think. So me and my friend Chuck came down.
Chuck?
Yeah, my friend Chuck.
What an unfortunate name.
I know, well, Charles, but Chuck. He goes by Chuck. That's funny. I really thought about that. Chuck. Hey, Chuck.
Gross.
We went down and I drank like 12 beers in like an hour or something. I drank like a lot. Like I was young and didn't know how to hold my liquor.
Yeah.
But I went to sleep and I woke up in the morning. I was like, oh, what a good morning. And my friend Chuck's like, I hate you. I'm like, what did I do? He's like, you fell off the bunk bed and pissed all over Carrie's chair. And I was like, oh, well, I don't remember.
That's exactly.
I don't
what
remember.
this show's
Oh yeah, don't remember at all. Pissed all over her chair. But it's like we were all best friends, so I was like, no, whatever.
You didn't bother.
Well, also too, one time my friend Caesar got us drunk, and I passed out and threw up all over Chuck's mom's car. And they called me fetus because I was like curled up like a fetus. I should have been dead. And then we went to a water park the next day. I woke up at my friend Mark's house, and I'm like, what happened? Mark was like, you threw up. Oh, Chuck's mom, she was so mad at me.
I mean, Chuck's been put through the ringer.
Chuck has been put through the ringer, but he deserves it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He can put up with it.
What's Chuck doing now?
Works
Prison.
in a school,
No.
prison. Has a great wife.
Yeah.
A kid, lives in Chicago.
Do you keep in touch?
Yeah.
Chuck.
It's harder and harder to keep in touch with people though. You know, like
Mhm.
my friend Sophia or Anais or Carrie or Chuck and
Mhm.
stuff. It's like these are people I grew up with in Chicago. This is the proper city of Chicago, and yeah, it's harder and harder because everyone's got families.
Yeah.
And I'm also living my own stupid delusional life, so it's like
delusional. What
so
does that
I
even
live in a
mean?
weird. We have weird lives.
Yeah, it is very weird. What we do is very strange, and people
It's
don't
very
understand
hard.
it.
No, they don't at all. It's
Mm-mm.
very hard to describe it, and it's
Yeah.
very nauseating to always try and describe it. So you just,
Yeah.
you know,
Well, you would go to Italy a lot. As a
I go to
kid.
Italy a lot.
I just remember that. I was like,
Oh,
you
yes.
probably got some drunk
Is-
stories from Italy.
No, not really. Really, I don't. Italy, I just eat pasta.
What did you pee on in Italy?
Toilet? Maybe a bidet once. I thought it was a toilet. No, I
Oh.
didn't. I pot food. Maybe. I mean, my vice is I work.
Yeah.
I'm an overworker. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
work
yeah.
too much. A workaholic. Like I'm
Mhm.
always working. I'm always busy. I'm always, I don't know how to be still.
Yeah.
Really.
That's yeah. I I found myself yesterday. I took the day off, and I took tonight off too. And I was like, I haven't had a day off since I think it was like Christmas. That was the last time I had off was Christmas. And so I was like, yesterday I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing like I cleaned the house beforehand so that I would be able to sit and be like, I don't have to clean because I already cleaned. I like sent all my emails, everything. By the end of the day, I was like, well, I can just set up my avails. And I still just couldn't just exist. And then I watched, oh my God, I watched the Jared from Subway documentary.
Oh, that would stress me
Oh.
out. Caitlin, I don't want to hear about
Ugh,
it.
it
That would
was,
stress me
it upset
out.
me for at least 3 hours.
Yeah, it'll upset me now.
Yeah.
I'm sensitive. I can't watch stuff like that.
Mm.
People watch like the Jeffrey Dahmer thing, and I'm like, how do you? I feel
know.
I absorb so much, and it sits with
Yeah.
me that I would just be so devastated to watch something so horrible.
Yeah. I didn't realize how bad it was. I thought it was just one, like a lesser thing. But then you realize that it is the most monstrous thing.
You watch the whole thing, and you think that you don't like. It doesn't. At one point, you're like, I should probably turn this off. Like, I get it.
Well, but it really blows up by like the third.
Act.
It was a 3-episode series.
Oh, God.
And literally, but then it was like by the third, then you're like, oh, he really did all this. And the worst case scenario. And then you're also like, you hear him talking. They have actual video recordings of
How?
him saying this.
How?
Because a woman went like, he mentioned something to her And so she started recording all their conversations.
Was it Linda Tripp?
Linda Tripp? I don't know what that is. What is Linda? Bring it up. What's Linda Tripp? Is it another singing
Oh
person?
my God. How? You're 36. You should know this.
Who's Linda Tripp?
Linda Tripp was the one who recorded all of Monica Lewinsky's conversations, and that's how the whole thing got out.
Oh, I didn't know that.
What? She was secretly recording all of the conversations with Monica. They worked at the Pentagon together.
Oh, what a snitch.
And she was talking to some book writer or something. Anyhow, she hated the Clintons, and she knew that Monica was sleeping with the president and had this whole story. So she talked to this lady who was like maybe like gonna give her like a tell-all book, like, well, I'll give you a book deal. So that's what she was getting all these tapes for, was for this book, but it was illegal. And so she was recording every conversation with Monica. So you can hear like Monica like crying and like Monica's like 22.
Yeah,
and
that's
like
what's so fucked up.
I know.
Yeah, she was just this young kid. Can you sleeping on the? Could you imagine us at 22 and then being like near the president?
I saw her in Williamsburg. I saw Monica Lewinsky, and it was in New York. You see a lot of celebrities. I actually stopped on the street to see her.
Yeah,
because I was like, oh my God, like she was a phenomenon. Yeah. I love Monica Lewinsky, and I mean, obviously, like everyone knows this, but it's like it was so unfair and so misogynistic.
Yes.
Like even the Barbara Walters interview was
yeah.
essentially just blaming her the whole time. There was never one moment where Barbara said to her, did you feel upset that you were taken advantage of?
Yeah.
And none of that ever came up. It was like, why did you do it?
Yeah.
And at one point, Tranna Wintour, a great comedian in Montreal, everybody, she pointed out to me that Barbara basically asked her, why couldn't she make the president come? She's like, and you never to completion. She was like, no. And she goes, why? And I was like, what? Did you just ask her why she couldn't make him come? You fucking psycho. I mean, God bless Barbara Walters for like, paving the way.
Yeah.
But she really asked a lot of shitty questions to people.
Yeah.
Famously to Celine Dion, you were not beautiful. The children made fun of your pointy teeth and called you vampire. Tell us about that. What's wrong with you?
Barbara Walters was a cunt, huh?
Yeah, she was obsessed with beauty. Tranna was telling me that she was obsessed with good-looking people. She would ask good-looking people, like, what does it feel like to be beautiful? And if you're not beautiful, she's like, why are you so ugly?
Oh, God. Okay, so yes, it was like Linda Tripp. What happened to Linda Tripp?
She died of cancer.
Oh.
I don't.
well.
There was an interesting Ryan Murphy. Why can't I think of his name? The director, who did.
Ryan Murphy.
Okay, Ryan Murphy did a whole thing of her.
Oh God, now I'm second guessing it.
No, it is Ryan Murphy. Yeah.
Yeah, who did Glee?
He did Glee.
Yeah.
He also did the Monica Lewinsky story, and it was interesting because really. You even though Linda Tripp did a wrong thing, you sort of felt this sadness for her and like this loneliness for her. And Sarah Paulson, I think is how you say her name, played her in the show. Anyhow, and they had Paula Jones like depicted in it too, and it was like her and Monica ended up in the same place. Yeah, like a sad, lonely, bothered by the press and made fun of by everybody. There really was no one won in the Monica Lewinsky thing besides Bill Clinton, who really got off easy. It was as if nothing happened. Yeah, he really wasn't punished at all. No. It was like a slap on the wrist. And he was still like, he's just like, now he looked cooler. But in the 90s, they didn't value that. They didn't value women and young women and what they're going through and pressure and misogyny and patriarchy. Not that obviously people didn't know it was there or talk about it, but really it wasn't as protected as it is today, or at least discussed about. Or today.
Acknowledged. It wasn't even acknowledged. Like the woman's point of view was barely even. Wasn't even valued. Never. No. Ugh. Okay, but yeah. So this woman recorded all of their conversations. And no more. I can't with Jen. All right. It's enough. Okay. Well, I mean, it was just upsetting. I just hate that's so dark and scary. I know. And then Steve tried to make a move on me, and I was like, "Oh my God, Steve! That turned him on." No, he wasn't watching. He came home. He didn't know what he was walking into. Oh, I thought he was watching the whole thing, and he's like, "Boy, it's talking about a foot long. Why don't you get into bed, baby?" No, not at all. He literally I fucked after some weird stuff, though. I mean, like fucking. What's the weirdest thing that you fucked after? Well, I fucked during an episode of The Golden Girls. I went to this Cuban's house. He was so hot, and he had the biggest dick. Anyway,
started having sex, and in the background you just hear "Ma." So there was that.
Okay.
Should I make that a bit?
That is a bit.
Things I've had sex to. I'm gonna
Yeah.
write it down.
Is it? I think you have a joke about Moana. No, not Moana. Lilo and Stitch.
Yes, that was also very true. Diego Sanz was the man. He's a porn star. He's beautiful and very nice.
Okay.
We had
Diego,
we had
friend of
sex
the pod.
to Lilo and Stitch. So,
To it?
what did I say?
Okay.
What am I saying? What did I just say? What is it called?
Golden Girls.
Golden Girls. Girls, sex, weird things to have sex with.
Yeah. Sex playing in the background, not
Yeah,
sex with.
Sex too. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry. I just have to get this. See, comics. This is comics
Yeah.
101. We gotta get
Write it
into this.
down. Write it down. What else? Anything else weird? Let's brainstorm this, huh?
That I've had sex with in front of.
In front of.
Done to. That's the. I mean, Lilo and Stitch, Golden Girls.
I'm trying to think of me. Anything weird?
I don't know. I don't know. I've had a lot of sex.
I was gonna say. I was like, yeah. For me, like the mood has to be right. Everything has to be set. I have to be showered. The whole thing. I have a very strict regiment. Now
Really?
that I'm older. Yeah. It's very sad. No, it's not sad. You like what you like. I do have sex when I have sex often.
Who are you apologizing
I don't
to?
know. I'm chalking this out. I have therapy tomorrow. Can't wait. So.
I have therapy Thursday.
Oh, that's good. No, you hate it?
It's just enough of talking about myself. You know what I mean? I don't care anymore.
I know. I had 3 weeks where I didn't have it, and I was like, I think I'm doing fine.
I mean,
okay.
I think it's supposed to be. I think it should be seasonal.
Yeah.
Really, it should. I mean, it's like I don't have to every single week talk about my dad. You know what I mean? It's like
yeah.
I can just like.
And she gives me homework assignments, and then I feel like I'm failing. You know what I mean? Because I
I'm
don't
not
do the
doing
homework.
homework. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
paying you. I'm not doing homework.
She's like, I need you to write down,
No,
journal what's
absolutely
making you
not.
feel anxious.
Nope.
And
I'll tell you here.
Yeah.
You write down what I tell you.
honestly, it's kind of amazing because I was like, well, I dropped 20 pounds and I stopped drinking and I feel great. Maybe that was it the whole time. So,
Sometimes, like, yeah,
but then
physically,
I
you know,
do
working,
have to shower in
working.
order to have sex. So
That's fine. I do too.
yeah.
Yeah, why wouldn't I shower before sex? Of course.
Okay. I just feel like it's Fonzie, do you shower before you have sex? No, you're a straight dude. You don't need to. It's nice.
Yeah, it is nice.
Yeah, I feel clean. Then I feel like we can do whatever you want. You know what I mean? Let's go crazy because she's clean. Go ahead. Take
Are
a
you
look
Catholic?
wherever. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's a Catholic thing. Oh
Catholic
my
John. I was watching a
God.
John Waters interview, and he's like, I'm not Catholic anymore, but I don't mind saying I'm Catholic because sex will always be dirty. It's true. Catholics are better in bed.
Yeah.
We're more neurotic, but we're
Yes.
better in bed.
Yeah. Steve's also Catholic. Yeah. Dang. Was this Brazilian boy Catholic?
I'm assuming in Brazil it's pretty Catholic. South
Is it?
America. a lot
Yeah,
of
I guess it is. Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't think no one's religious practicing. That's for sure.
Yeah. No, it's gone. All right. Well, Matteo, we did not really cover anything, but
Are
I
you
liked
joking?
it.
Did I ruin your show? What time is it?
Oh, yeah.
2:20?
You ruined it.
Did I? I'm
Are
sorry.
you kidding me? No,
don't
Matteo, that
know.
was so fun.
We could
That was the
watch-
best.
We could watch more Liza Minnelli.
I could listen to you do impressions all day. It's
I'm
very
trying to think
fun.
of other impressions I do.
What
I mean, Evan Williams.
oh yeah, that's very niche.
I'm just very niche.
Yeah.
I don't know. It usually comes out. I don't know.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No. It was. Don't force it. It was lovely and organic,
Oh,
and I really
thank
enjoyed
you.
it. And we did talk about drinking a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, I'm not like a vice kind of guy.
No.
So like,
You're healthy.
You're
You're a happy and healthy man.
Trying to be.
Yeah. Well, you're thriving. Okay. And honestly, if you have a chance to see him on the road, if he's not already sold out, you should do it.
To see us on the road
Oh,
in New Orleans and in
yes.
Philly and in Indianapolis.
Yes. And then now London.
And London. I'll be in London October 12th. Well, they're sold out. Never mind.
Yeah.
But we're going to add dates. Not the fruit. Dates. Hip, 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 hip. Hello.
And I'm going to be there trying to do an accent. No, see, I won't do it. I'm so sorry. Okay,
That
well,
wasn't bad.
yeah, it wasn't great. Well, thank you so much, Matteo. Where do you want people? People already know where to find you.
MatteoLaneComedy.com.
There we go. Thanks, Matteo.
Thank you.
I love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Snow.
Snow.